The grain and dals that I'm going to use for this Adai recipe are 1 cup of idli rice, half a cup of channa dal, that is kadala paruppu, half a cup of urad dal, half a cup of mung dal, and half a cup of thoor dal. So all in all, we'll use rice and 4 types of dal. Next, I'm adding 5 dried red chillies. You can increase or decrease the number of dried red chillies. I'm now going to soak this in water for about 4 hours. It's been 4 hours. I'll now wash this and be back with you. I've cut the dried chillies for easier grinding. I'm also adding 3 chopped green bird's eye chillies and 10 grams of chopped ginger. I'm now going to grind this into a coarse paste in my wet grinder. Here's my wet grinder. I'm going to grind these ingredients in 2 batches. My mother used to make this as a tea time snack very often, and it was a family favorite. It still is. My father was especially fond of it. My mother didn't have a name for it, so we just called it Achanda Palaharam. Translated, this means father's snack. Now, as I remember the ingredients, this snack bears a strong resemblance to the Adai, but my mother made it quite differently, as I will show you. Let's now grind this into a coarse paste. The Adai is typically served with an avial in Tamil Nadu, but my mother served it with her chilli chutney. Let's make her chilli chutney now. For this, I have 40 grams of dried red chillies that I soaked in hot water for about 45 minutes. The chillies are going to be ground with about 180 grams of small onions. You can use big onions if you like, but it is tastier with small onions. Let's now cut the onions for the chilli chutney. Let's now grind the chilli chutney, shall we? First, the chillies go in. 40 grams of pre-soaked dried red chillies, 180 grams of small onions, salt to taste. Let's grind this now. Here we have it, the chilli chutney. I'm now going to remove some of it for the Adai. I've removed some into a katori. Now adding some virgin coconut oil into the chilli chutney. Stir the coconut oil well into the chilli chutney. Be generous with the virgin coconut oil. It only improves the taste. You can use normal coconut oil if you like, but the virgin coconut oil makes it much more tasty. Taste for salt and set it aside to serve with the Adai. This is the coarsely ground Adai mixture. Don't grind it fine, please. It should be ground just coarsely. I'm now going to add some curry leaves and salt to taste to the mixture. 3 or 4 stalks of curry leaves and salt to taste. Stir the curry leaves and salt into the Adai mixture. Add half a teaspoon of asafoetida and stir the mixture well. Taste for salt, and then we are ready to make the Adai. Heat oil in a small wok on a moderate flame. Then add 1 ladle of the Adai mixture into the hot oil and spread it a bit. Fry at a low or a low-medium flame. This is how my mother made her adais, by semi-deep frying it. Fried this way, the edges become oh so crispy. It's been 2 minutes. Can you see the edges are getting deliciously crispy? Let's turn it over now and cook on the flip side. While the edges are crispy, the middle is soft and spongy. This makes the adai super delicious. It's done. Let's remove it from the oil. Let's now fry another adai. I've switched to a bigger ladle. Fry the adai on a low or low-medium flame. See, the edges have become crispy. Let's now flip the adai over. Isn't this just gorgeous? It's been 2 minutes and the adai is done. Let's remove it. Now let's make the traditional adai. Heat an iron griddle or tawa on a moderate flame. Then pour 1 teaspoon of gingerly oil and spread over the tawa. Add water to the adai mixture to loosen it and to make it more of a dosa-like consistency. Next, pour some loosened adai batter onto the tawa and spread it to form a dosa. It will be a little difficult to spread because it is a coarse mixture. You can reduce the flame to low at this juncture. Add another teaspoon of gingerly oil to the adai. You can add any other vegetable oil if you do not have gingerly oil. Gingerly oil, by the way, is made from sesame seeds, but it is quite different from the Chinese sesame oil. This is because gingerly oil is processed differently. You therefore can't use the sesame oil to make adai. The underneath is cooked, so let's flip the adai over. When done, flip the adai over again and remove it from the tawa.